No, it was not.
And can you tell us about that?
He stated during the knock and talk that he'd taken half an Ambien. During the cell phone forensics, his device had messaged Arturo Rugaroli in Las Vegas and made a statement that he had taken his sleeping pills and he'll be out in 10 minutes. And then during the formal interview, he can't remember whether he's taken a pill or not.
That's
Again,
evidence to this
just 2
fucking
days.
bonehead. Let stop again.
Yeah.
What they do, and I know this through because I've been in touch with people. I mean, I've talked to so many people, ex-law enforcement. I have access to a bunch of ex-law enforcement. What they do is they train these guys to look for inconsistencies. There's a reason you're supposed to look for inconsistencies, because eventually you can put a story together. These guys are so bad at what they do. This Grubbs guy is this stupid that he would find inconsistencies in the story, but he never connected the dots because he doesn't know. He didn't know how to. But what he did is he literally, okay, let's find, just, it says in the book, because I'm being trained to look for inconsistencies. So there's an inconsistency. He says in a text message the night of the 24th, 25th, that he told his friend in a text message that he took a sleeping pill. Then 2 days later, or 3 days later, depending on how you want to look at it, he's being interviewed, it's an interview. We'll just call it an interview, but it's an interrogation. When asked, do you know whether I took a sleeping pill or not? And I said I couldn't remember. That is an inconsistency. What does it mean? How does it prove that I'm guilty? It does not. Hey, he said he got up at 9:30. The next day he said it was 10. That's an inconsistency. How does it prove that he's guilty? It doesn't. It's an inconsistency. That's how stupid these people are. I don't know how much more you want. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. But the one that's really funny is that it's not funny, but during that in the Hollis body cam footage, right when Hollis gets there, I mention our bed that we slept in as her bed, and then I immediately switched it to our bed.
Switched it.
That is an inconsistency. How does it prove that I murdered my wife? It doesn't. It could if they could fucking tell you why, but they don't because they're not smart enough. They're not. I'm telling you, these are really stupid people, but they've been trained to look for inconsistencies. That's an inconsistency that I immediately went, yeah, in Emily's bed. I mean our bed. We usually, and that was that. Oh, there it is. That's evidence. It's evidence if you can put it with other evidence, other circumstantial evidence to put a story together. Do you know what I mean? And just so there has to be a lot of circumstantial evidence, and it's got to be like a ton of it. They don't even try to connect the dots. They don't tell you why I wrote checks for $5,000 to my. They just tell it to you. They say, look, here's $5,000 checks. What does that mean? How did I kill my wife with a $5,000 check? It's just, they just point these things out and they don't even know why they're doing it. They know I'm innocent. Know this, that this man knows I'm innocent. But what they're doing is they need to justify their means. They need to spend money. Mighty Meat tells us, right, that if they get a budget, if they don't spend that budget, they're not going to get it again next year. That's how government works. So they need to spend money. They're pressured. They were pressured just by that alone. They're looking for crime. Emily's missing. Not even 24 hours. They're collecting evidence for a murder trial. You think like city cops in New York City or any city have time to do this? No, they got shit going on. They don't have time for every call they get for missing persons. You think they're going to put all this effort immediately into? And there was a task force of amount of people that were dedicated to my case because they don't have anything to do in Westerville. So they're spending money.
Yeah.
That's my contention.
No, and that's fine, mate. And I'm only pausing and interrupting it because we've just got another man here. I know